Talking about Ohm for a minute, and I did want to talk to you a little bit about that. It is so creative what you guys do that I don't exactly understand how you do it. Like and again, it just might be my ear. I'm very much a metalhead. So, when I listen to that, I don't understand how you find direction and how you find the character of your guitar and the character of the songs comes together so uniquely different than most metal things. Can you talk a little bit about that? Is that really a mindset, or is it a handset for you in your playing, or is it
You know,
just
I
natural?
I just whatever comes to like if I'm sitting around at home and something tells me to pick up a guitar, I'll usually have a song or a good part to a song, and it just however it comes. I don't sit down and go, okay, now I'm going to write a song like this. I never do that. It's like,
Okay.
but like a song like what's a good idea? Probably a song. Well, nobody's heard any of this stuff on the new record. Well, anyway, the new record's heavy. I mean, it's
Right.
heavy. It's three-piece, power trio, and it's 90% live. And,
Okay.
and Carlos Cruz, it's probably the best drumming I've ever heard. I've never heard him play drums this good ever.
Sure.
And Carlos Cruz is a good drummer.
Yeah, he's the Warbringer guy, right? Or he was
Yeah,
the
man.
Warbringer
So
guy?
yeah, I mean, if you've ever seen him live, it's like
Yeah.
an event, man. And and Robbie Pagliari, our bass player, he brought it, and it just happened. Randy Burns produced it.
Okay.
But anyway, we're here to talk about,
Yeah, we're here
Black
to talk
Flame.
Nuclear Messiah.
Yeah. And the thing
And
about that record is we made a rock record, a rock metal record.
okay.
And we made it the way at least I approached it like, this is what I like about this kind of music. And this is what I would do if I was, in that band.
Hmm.
And I think that's how everybody approached it, when they did their parts. And they're all iconic, musicians.
Sure.
How could it be bad? It's like,
So what does it turn into now, Chris? Was is I mean, from what you're saying, and tell me if I'm wrong, but from what you're saying, this started out very much as a project. Here's the record company, they've got some ideas, they jived with you. Let's see how it goes. Now that it's turned real, and now, from everything I see, there is some real interest in this. Does it shift from being a project to a band?
you know, I'm worried about that because Brian wants me to put a band together, but how can I put a band together how can it even come close to what's on the record? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not going to have the same, I guess, cachet. I don't know, the same.
The same vibe or something.
Yeah, man. It's just like we're talking like serious musicians are on that record, and like, yeah, we could put a band together and do it, but it just kind of loses the whole magic of the moment for me. I'm gonna give it a try, but I mean, I just I'm not feeling it.
Sure. Would the hardest
It's like it
part,
is what it is, man. It's a moment in time,
right?
and it's really good.
Would the hardest part be to find a vocalist that has such a wider range of, ability?
That and we got to have keyboards,
True.
and trying to find a keyboard player in Los Angeles. I mean, come on.
Right on. Well, as you move forward with this, Chris, and looking at Black Flame, obviously you've done the creative piece of it, and like you said, you're a little bit apprehensive of turning it into a touring entity per se. So what is your kind of end game with it? If I talk to you from a
My
year from now, where do you want it to be?
my fantasy is to have the whole project meet at NAM and do the set on Friday and Saturday night at the House of Blues in Anaheim and
Okay.
record. That's my fantasy. That's not going to ever happen, but if it did happen, that would be pretty cool.
Well, it could happen. Why do you think it couldn't? I mean, You
Because
know,
logistically, man, you're not going to get everybody there. So, you know, this guy's going to be in Europe. This other guy's going to be, you know, getting his teeth cleaned, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. The only thing that I'll just throw the monkey wrench into that a little bit is the fact that Metal Allegiance puts their thing together every year at NAM, where there's
at,
a zil.
at
There,
Anaheim House of
yeah,
Blues.
well, I mean, maybe you guys play with them, and there probably would be some moving parts that fit for both bands. No,
That's possible.
Uh,
You
it
know, I
could.
mean, the problem is I am so focused on this Ohm record. I hate to keep bringing it up, but this is like a whole different ball game, man. We recorded on a Neve console that was made in 1970 by Rupert Neve's hands,
Hmm.
and it's pre it's preamps before. It's like the original preamps.
Right.
So when Carlos said we're going to record here because he's done drums there, when I heard my guitar come back through the mains, I was like, wow, this is like this board is magic. And I think you guys are going to hear it. And Randy Burns is producing it, so how can
Yeah.
it be bad?
Yeah. Exactly.
And
We.
I'm sorry to keep bringing it
No,
up.
no, no. It's fine.
It's
It's
just
fine.
on my mind all the time.